So we are just excited
On this week's episode of Upstarts, we follow the journey of Millycent Mashele, the founder and managing director of the Legacy Center.
So it really started.
Hi everyone, I'm Rafila Balaha. Today we are talking about community empowerment with Millycent. That's one of the things that she's very passionate about. So, Millycent, tell us, why are you so passionate about community empowerment?
Thank you so much, Rafila. Community to me, or community empowerment to me, means a lot because I would always say I'm the village girl. And that is really because it takes a village to raise a child, and I'm that child who was really empowered by a village. So you can actually imagine what my village or my community did to my life. So with that in mind, I always reflect and say, with all that, I am empowered because I take myself as an empowered woman through education and through what I do. With all this that has been given to me, what do I do back to the community that I live in? So it takes a lot because I always reflect to say to those much is given, much is required. And it becomes an awareness that I have a responsibility. It's all good and well, we receive the titles, we receive all the financial benefits, but it's not an individual benefit. If within our communities we still have a lot of inequalities, we still have a lot of poverty, you can always see these things on your face. So it calls for a responsible person to acknowledge that there's still more to be done. So as that individual, I then reflect and say, what can I do? So then I do it through empowering others with what I know. And what I know best is education. So I take the education that I have to empower others. For example, I would go all out to empower a young woman who's in business.
Okay, all right.
Taking them through, coaching them, making sure that the business becomes a viable business. So I have a lot of all these young women that I empower through our business deliveries, but obviously we do it for free for them. So what we do is actually to look into this woman is starting a business, they have the passion, they are in the rural areas, so they don't know a lot of things. So then we will empower them through our programs. I personally mentor them, so that's how I give back. And there's also me giving back through coaching programs for young professionals and other platforms, like giving myself out there to go speak at events, or especially community events, making sure that I translate the education I have into value for them. Yeah.
All right, that's beautiful. Now tell me, we mentor people, we coach them and all that. How do you measure progress? How do you measure success? Because you have to get to a point where, because Rafila achieved 1, 2, 3, and 4, because this is what happened. So what are the measures that you use to make sure that your coaching program is actually working?
So with that, what we do is to ensure that for example, you identify a young woman who is passionate, who then comes and say, can you please mentor me? Then I'll bring them forth into my program, and then I then measure their progress by their growth. So when you realize that this woman, when I found them, they were just having a dream, and then through the impact and the interactions we have, we can see now that they are hiring maybe other people within their organizations. Literally, this is a case study that is live and happening. I have a young woman back at home that is now empowering other young people. So then you can see the impact, and you can see how they value what you're doing with their lives and with their businesses. So I think impact in the form of coaching and mentorship is really seen through growth. It's seen over time. Unfortunately, there are other people that come through, but they're not there yet. Then they would fall off, but there's definitely sustainability in other cases. Yeah.
All right. So then where do you see the community empowerment in the next 5 years? Is there maybe an academy that you have, maybe a school? I don't know, maybe I'm just giving you new ideas. But in the next 5 years, where do you see the whole community empowerment? What do you see? What is the vision that you have for the community empowerment?
I would want to see rural communities, especially them, because there's not much opportunities, especially business-wise. So my dream is to have a community center. So where we're empowering women or we're empowering business people, we have to set up a community center where we have access to information, access to the internet, access to the business, so that we speak more. You know, when you go to communities, you can find certain structures, but you can't find certain structures. You'll find a school, you'll find a church, why don't we then find a business place? Because we want to infuse this business attitude and business spirit into the people, because it then can multiply. So definitely empower one to empower others with a view of forming a structure that is community focused. I learned that, or I see and observe that we are mostly individualistic in nature. We go to school, achieve the success, and come and shine back to us. December come with that big car. People must see good Millycent has achieved. But it's a spirit that I want us to work on and say, no, my success is the success of other village girls. So when I succeed, it's a responsibility to make sure that there is 100 village girls that become successful. When I get to occupy these big positions, I mustn't be excited. It is the village that has to be excited. So we need to then have a community mindset at heart. Yeah.
All right. So then where do we get the resources? How do we become part of the community empowerment program? What do we do? Where do we go? Who do we contact?
So definitely in the sense of contacting our office, because I do it in a business form. So it's contacting our office, and then from there we do an assessment or see where you are. I actually have a call, conversations with the people that I get to coach, because it is something at my heart, for my heart. Then I get personally involved, and I make sure that there's a personal touch and a personal feeling that then translate this. So getting involved, it's really just through our business. You can then send us an email, or you can contact us through our contact details, which you can get from our website.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much for listening. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Community empowerment, one of the aspects that she's very passionate about. So if you want to contact her, she just told you, we'll also give you contacts, where to go, what to do, if you want to become part of the coaching program. This is Rufilo Palahama, the Iron Baby, signing out.